It's the beginning of the month, Christian Life Assembly, and that means we get to celebrate our corporate mission. On the beginning of the month, we celebrate what we're doing through prayer and finances and short-term mission teams in countries and continents all over the world. This month of June, we're celebrating Canada. We just came through Pentecost, and we learned in Pentecost that the Spirit of God would be poured out on all people and that we would be witnesses. Witnesses in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and the world. And for us, that means Langley, Maple Ridge, Souk, the Greater Vancouver area, British Columbia, the North, Quebec, the East, and the world. And so today, we're going to tell you a little bit about some of the work that we're doing up in Canada's high Arctic. We value that work and we're grateful for it.
Hey, my name's Garrett. We just got back from a trip from Inuvik and Tuktoyaktuk where we helped at a fundraiser at the Muskrat Jamboree. It was amazing, where we raised a lot of money to send kids up north down to Camp Yukon where they can meet Jesus, maybe for the first time. It was awesome. So why Tuktoyaktuk? Basically, the pastor that we went to go visit, he has a great relationship with Pastor Emmanuel up in Tuk, and they have an amazing youth program where he is actually responsible for the Junior Rangers, which actually feeds our military force up there as well. And they have amazing youth that are just so plugged into the church, and they just need opportunities to come and meet Jesus. And so, leading up to the trip, I was really praying for one thing, and that it was that faith would increase in us. And I believe that happened. It was surreal to actually get to know the people up there that have such an authenticity about them. They were so real and honest and just open to the Holy Spirit and what He was trying to do in their lives, and to be a part of that was beautiful. We took quite a diverse age range of people, and it was a group of about 7 of us that went up there, and really all we did was just serve. We served for the whole week. We had an incredible time together, and it was an incredible opportunity just to go alongside Pastor Dave up at Lighthouse Church in Inuvik and just help them in whatever way we could. We helped them with the youth services, with the Sunday services, and of course with the Jamboree as well. And so it was really a privilege and honor to meet them and to get to know them more and just build relationship up there, and it was truly an incredible experience. One of the team members that we took up there, his name was Jacob. He turned 20 on the trip, and he had such an amazing moment up there too, just discovering what felt like a relationship with Jesus, maybe for the first time, like real, authentic. And so we're going to hear a little bit more about him later.
Hey everyone, my name's Jacob Ardeline, and recently I went to the Arctic with the team here, and it was awesome. 5 months ago, I gave my life to Christ, and I asked God what He wants me to do or what He has in store for me. And the next day, Garrett asked me if I want to go on a missions trip with him to the Arctic, and I could not refuse. Well, I learned to trust in Him, have more faith that He will guide your way. Like Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understandings, in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will guide your path. And I've been doing that ever since.
All of us were deeply impacted by the people up there, by how they responded, by how they lived their normal life just in such a tight community. And it was really inspiring for us that seemed so isolated, even though we're surrounded by so much. And so we had such an amazing opportunity just to kind of get to know them a little bit better, and how they live and how they actually hear the voice of God differently than we do, and uniquely, all the way up in the northmost part of Canada. I think one of the biggest things that they were saying was it's a great temptation for them just to feel alone because they are so isolated. And so to have someone and a team of people come up alongside of them, willing to help serve and just do life with them, even for a short time of 10 days, they told us it was very encouraging. And so I hope it was. I hope it was for them, and it really was for us too. And so just that they know that someone cares about them, someone's there, we're willing to help, and we want the best for their church and for what God is doing up there. And they're not alone in this amazing journey of ministry. So if you're thinking about going on a short-term missions trip, I highly, highly recommend it. It is just such an incredible moment that we had, even for the 10 days. just to have a different change of culture, a different change of pace from our everyday life, where God was actually speaking to me in ways that I felt like He couldn't before. That there's something just blocking me, the daily routine, whatever it was, and I needed the separation from my normal life just to actually be open and be aware of what God is doing, not only here in the Lower Mainland, but across the world. He is not just moving here, He is a global God, bigger than we can think, and to have that just rooted in my mind again was so important for me, and so encouraging to know that we serve a big God. He's not just here, He's everyone. He's with everyone, He's everywhere, and it is just beautiful. It's beautiful to see people just touched by God no matter where you go. So if you're thinking about doing it, go for it. Just do it. It's only a short time. It's going to be worth it. You're going to love it.
Hello from Inuvik, Northwest Territories, land of the midnight sun. We want to say a very big thank you to the leadership and the church, Christian Life Assembly, for blessing and sending teams to help us this year. The first team that came in February was such a blessing to minister, not only here, but also in Tuktoyaktuk, and they were such an encouragement. And the second team that came out to help us with our Jamboree season in fundraising for our youth camps. And so this year we'll be able to not only do a camp in the Yukon, we will also be coming down and sending some of our youth here from the Arctic to the Rev Camp. So a big thank you, and we appreciate and love your hearts and all your serving.